Welcome all to the first episode of the Button Mash podcast. Hope you guys enjoy your time with us while we sit down and talk about gaming and all that fun good stuff. For the next 40 minutes, it is going to be nothing but madness. Enjoy. So,
Let's work at that.
um, I can't remember who brought this topic up, so we're gonna start on the topics as you guys brought them chronologically, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
I think Ganime, you dropped this one and you said PlayStation will be introducing a Discord voice chat soon.
Yeah, actually, that was pretty crazy. Like, I actually didn't expect that PlayStation can actually have a collaboration with Discord because most of the time when it comes to communication, people from PlayStation they have to like download a particular app on the
Software.
phone so
Yeah.
that they can actually
Mm.
link up with other people so that they can play with like PC platform and PlayStation platform. It's becomes a little hassle because like think about it, you need to charge your phone every single time like it's on battery low. You need to like find the charger and like put on headset. Okay, obviously headsets is like everywhere anyway, but yeah, but it's just too many connectivity. So with them they just literally introduced this code for PlayStation 5. So like, oh, okay, this is that's wow. That's big news. That's big news on the
No,
PlayStation industry.
I
Like,
thought they already integrated like communication apps into that thing because you can
mm,
open browsers if I'm not mistaken, right?
yeah, you are able to open browsers, but things that some of the browsers you can't actually access.
Okay.
That's the thing.
I won't
So they
lie.
block them.
I'm gonna go a little bit fanboy like, right? Don't take
All
it
right.
personally, PlayStation. But
Xbox.
you guys are
Yeah,
behind, man.
yeah. I saw where this was
Xbox are like a
going.
good
Yeah,
team, bro.
there's no other way it's gonna go in the partner.
Okay,
All right.
I'm not doing this to smack PlayStation. Like there are a lot of things that a lot of people in the industry
Yeah,
should
they
have
made
done
more
to
money than Xbox, by the way.
what in terms of
Yeah,
like sales or whatever.
Yeah, PlayStation, they killed it like last year. They killed it.
No, like PlayStation always kills in sales. Like I'll never even complain about that. But here's
Mm.
the thing that like I think being having seen the industry for such a long time and actually starting to look into the bits of PlayStation I've recognized that for quite a lot of their existence they've been reactionary, except for the times when they were ahead of the curve. Like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, my goodness, they introduced things that the industry has not seen. And then everybody
yeah,
was
yeah,
like, "Oh, by the way." But for everything else, they've been catching up. Like I don't want
yeah.
to
They've
go
been
too much
trying.
into it, but from the very beginning, when Xbox introduced their Xbox, the first Xbox, they introduced it with interconnectivity with an Ethernet cable so you can LAN.
I
PlayStation didn't have that.
remember
Right off the
actually.
PlayStation
bat, yeah. It
Yeah,
was
and
right off the bat.
and PlayStation took it for granted for such a. Well, I'm not saying that they took it for granted, but it's just it took them some time to implement that, putting it into their next console. And you thought to yourself like, this is the way the gaming environment was going anyway. Why didn't they take
Yeah.
advantage of it? And when they did
hmm
have it, it took them another generation to actually say, hey, by the way, PlayStation 3, guys,
yeah,
connect. Guys,
Mm.
and like you see that, and even now with Discord. Discord's great, but Xbox already announced this like last year, around about E3 last year. They were like, hey, by the way, guys, you can have Discord. And I think they only implemented it I think end of third quarter, so that would be like what September, October, September, October. That's when they implemented, and like Xbox still had about a month of dealing with bugs and
yeah. I
then
heard
here it
about the
is.
bug fixing. Yeah.
But
Mm.
don't get me wrong, like it's just the mere fact that they tried it first, they did it first, see what issues you'd have, and then here we go, guys. And PlayStation, you guys are like doing that whole catch-up game. It's like, okay, what next? What next have they done that we need to do? It's not against PlayStation. It's just sometimes guys just I'd like to see fresh innovation from PlayStation every now and then. The things that they do
Mm.
innovate on, or the things that they do like put at the top of their list of like, this is the great stuff that we have. I'm like, the great stuff that you have is some version of something that somebody else already created.
Yes, yes, yeah. It's yeah, true.
But overall, you'll say PlayStation will probably come off looking like a boss and a G for like, wow, guys, Discord integration. The only thing I want now, and honest, only thing I want now is seamless integration between Xbox and PlayStation for FIFA. There's some folks up in
Yeah,
here that I
yeah,
need to.
that would be boss. Yeah,
I
that
need
would be
some
on point.
people. I need
That
some
integration
people.
should.
You know, to keep a few people quiet. Be like, yo, boy, slow down, son. You know.
Yeah.
Apart from that,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
um,
Like, so what games do they have integration whereby, like, you can go on like not even campaigns per se, but like free for alls and stuff where it's integrated between the different platforms and consoles.
I think
Which ones are already doing that?
I think at the moment, I think Fortnite
Because
has it, or
yeah,
they had it,
Fortnite.
and then
Because
Rocket League also has it. So I think there's a handful of games that have it, but it's not
the
a
one, yeah,
huge
the
deal.
one
Like,
I noticed was when I was asking you guys, are you all playing Warzone?
Warzone,
Warzone,
yeah,
it's
I remember.
everyone. Like it's literally everyone on Warzone. PS, PC, Xbox One, all of it. Like all of it is there already on Warzone.
Yeah, that's true.
and the only
It's
nice
on.
thing
It's on.
is,
And communication is integrated into the game already. So there's no third party tool that you need to use. So
Oh,
long as you have a proper working headset, you're able to communicate inside the game.
yeah,
oh, that's
um,
incredible.
the only nice thing is that you at least get to see what other platform everybody's on. So on Xbox, for FIFA 23, right, you'll get this icon that says the person you're with is on Xbox. It's like a little nice little icon
Yeah.
to say Xbox, and
Oh,
then
Yeah.
okay.
All
if you're
the
on,
icons, yeah, same thing.
yeah,
Same thing on Warzone. All the icons show what platform you're on. Like if you're on PC, you bought the game, it shows just the PC. If you're on PC but using Steam, it shows that okay, you're on Steam.
yeah.
And then for Xbox, it's the Xbox controller. For PS, it's the PS2. It's the PS logo.
Yeah, I also
Yeah.
remember Apex Legends also has integration between all three platforms, but you can also limit that as well. So
Jeez.
it's a choice of your own if you want to just stick to either the guys that are on your current console, your current platform, or allow for integration with other people on other platforms. It's brilliant. It's just I think the problem a lot of people have when it comes to cross-platform between multiple device and consoles is not Xbox PlayStation. It's console versus PC. They're like all of these dudes on PC be cheating, boy. They
You are
be
Bruh, these
cheating.
guys,
cheating.
they
Uh,
are
Cheating.
they, cheating to the
but
max,
Okay,
bruh.
bag,
but
bag,
wait,
Cheating
bag.
to the
wait,
I know they are
max.
bag.
wait.
I know they are hackers, ne? We find them and we eliminate those guys. But it's not the matter of they are cheating, bruh. Keyboard and mouse for first person shooter kills it.
No, okay.
No,
That's why they lag behind.
no,
That's why
I
they
wouldn't. I
ban the
wouldn't say
guys.
that. I wouldn't say that. I would say it's more like practice. Because trust me, I have a friend. She's one of the professional gamer. She's overseas. She's Japanese, and they don't mind the race. Don't mind the race. So she basically uses she has PC and console. The console, which is Xbox, she
Yeah.
only uses Xbox. So me and her, we well, I don't know if you guys know the game Destiny.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
me and
yeah.
her, we play Destiny like Crucible. It's like a first-person shooter whereby we target individual characters to kill them, and then we just for each kill you get like certain points, like playing Call of Duty. So with her skill, like on literally on Xbox, it's
Yeah.
insane. Like her aiming skill is insane. And I asked her like, what platform are you mostly comfortable with? And she's like, I'm mostly comfortable with when it comes to Xbox because I like to have everything control in one hand. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty interesting. So you're
Okay, yeah,
from
it does work for some, but most complaints are for Elon does the efficiency of keyboard and mouse for first person shooters.
So
That's
that's
why they
actually
complain, but hey, buy a haircut, buy a haircut. Sometimes not even good buy a haircut, dude.
no.
It's
Okay.
yeah,
just flows. Dude.
So
yeah,
I'm
like
gonna go on.
okay. Yeah, because I like it still goes on like in terms of like practice. Like it takes a lot of practice. Because like with my team that I used to have, I used to be the sniper guy. Like because I yeah I'm a very great distance person, but after work things got complicated and the band had to like disappear and we had to cancel contracts and stuff like that. But yeah, it all goes to practice. Trust me.
Practice,
Practice
practice,
is
practice.
practice.
But I must say,
I guess I want power comfortable ngale. our most efficient in
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
Here's,
Yeah.
yeah,
here's what
basically.
I'll say. Here's
They
what I
stick
will
to
say
that.
though. Even with you, there is a lot of practice, but let's be honest, dude. The number of times you can't, like, it's very difficult to hack a console. Okay, and then when it comes
Yes.
to
There's always they always closing those bugs and stuff.
yeah,
Every time you find something, it's closed. Within the next week or so, it's already closed.
you see, so for PC it's different because so many people who can really break a lot of the systems in gaming and whatever. But whenever you have
Yes, but you see, on this Warzone, isn't it still in beta mode right now?
Warzone
So
2,
there, on a week-to-week basis, if something is found and there's a bug or anything, within 2 weeks the thing's gone. There's like exploits are being closed left, right, and center. And another thing that I like that they're doing, your the build, the version that you actually on
Yeah.
has to match what is on the server for you to play. So they actually check. So it's more and more difficult to hack that thing now.
Right.
Specifically
Okay.
on Warzone, yeah. Specifically on Warzone.
the only thing
On
is,
Warzone.
even
Hmm?
with that, I know they've implemented a few other things because the Ricochet
Yeah.
engine has that thing where if they detect any kind of aim assist, aim bot, whatever, stuff
Hmm.
like that, they would what's that thing? So apparently if the dude shoots at you, he'll shoot at you till
Mhm.
he's blue in the face and there's no
Yeah,
damage.
nothing happens.
Like no
Yeah, I saw
damage.
that troll video
Oh man,
where they actually start losing control of their own self, like when they try to
dude,
to
I
snipe or do whatever.
don't
Yeah,
get me
that
wrong.
was funny.
Don't get me wrong. I like when I see stuff like that,
Mm.
and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
funny.
That's good implementation of anti-cheat methods because sometimes it sucks to just say, okay, cool. The issue is that these people are cheating. It's like, no, you can say that these people are cheating, but also it's a matter of how do you get around that? Like at any point in time, somebody would be cheating, but how do you make it frustrating for them? And I
Nah,
still remember like
yeah, some of those videos are funny as hell, yo.
yeah. So that's that part. So I think Hussein, you brought this one up. So
Yeah.
you were like talking about AI and virtual reality and in-game monetization through cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
I actually think this one is a it's a coming and going one because as quickly as it has come, I've seen some companies already be like, we're not holding on to this one. I'm not sure if you remember. So sometime last year, I think it was Square Enix or Ubisoft. One of these two companies
Mhm.
implemented this crypto
Yeah,
AI,
in game.
yeah, thing because the platform was called Quartz, if I'm not mistaken. So it's this basically is for the NFTs because they did that very quickly. Like, guys, we're gonna have NFTs in our
Come
game,
on. Yeah.
and
But NFT was a very poor implementation strategy, bro. Across the board. Just across the board. They just like they rushed the thing. They rushed it and they burned it out. Like there's no more like trust or even reliability when it comes to those shit, to those NFT stuff. So with me, my angle is not just in terms of your NFTs that you can collect. I mean like actual real world currency in game.
all right,
You
so
see, the same way you'd rack up cash on GTA, like that must be actual real world currency. But the difference, that game needs to provide some sort of value, meaning whether it's a cryptographic like engine that it runs in the background, but it needs to actually create value. That value needs to be something that is valuable to companies where they can implement, whether it's workloads or whatever form it takes. It needs to produce some sort of value in the real world. You check, and then the game can be monetized basically. Not just that you must create a cryptocurrency for the game, and then in game, as you play, whether you're playing the campaign or you're going on your what you call it, your free for alls or whatever, then you just earn points and that's currency. No, it must actually create some sort of value where it can be used in the real world. Whether it's a background engine or whatever, like cryptographic engine, which helps with cryptography, whether it's some form of technology that will generate value while a person is playing that game. And then inside that game, based on certain tasks that you achieve, you'll be able to like earn like actual currency in game
so here's
that
my
is transferable to the real world, like something like that.
So here's my question on this. Any one of you guys can feel free to respond to this one. Do you actually think that the idea is to monetize the game first, or to create a game that everybody agrees with, everybody likes, so that they can invest their time, and then later on, when the gaming audience or the gaming community has said,
Yeah,
actually,
it's mature. Yeah,
when this game is good enough, it's like, guys, we're happy to give you more money so that you can do more of this. Which version?
yeah,
Because right now, all we've seen is games that from day one they tell you, we want your money, and
yeah,
later it's like,
yeah,
we will
Yeah,
give you
true.
yeah.
something
So
for it.
yeah. I agree with that point that you're raising. It has to be either, for me, it can be either 50-50 or in the game itself. As I'm saying, it needs to generate some sort of value. That's where the key point is on. Some value has to be generated by that engine, by the if it's an AI, it must be able to do something that actually gives people value. It can be even to the open market itself. Because the gaming industry in itself is a multi-billion dollar industry. So if that can be converted in some way, shape, or form, whereby it actually benefits the people who create that value for it to begin with, then yeah, we'll be going somewhere there. You check.
All right, all
Yeah,
right.
we'll
No,
be
no,
going.
no. That's actually true.
Yeah.
But I would actually agree on both of you guys. But as SamEther said, like it has to also come with us people, us like the people who will basically like give out our entertainment, our time, because as you said, like these people have to come up with a specific type of currency so that we can actually all play the game. So meaning us as individual, as gamers, we need to decide, okay, cool guys, I think this game is okay-ish. I think this game can develop somewhere here and there. And I think it has to do with the community. If the community can say, yes, we can actually work with something like this, then yeah, then both parties can actually win.
Yeah, yeah, it can be structured some in a something similar to there's this platform where you're able to upload your videos and stuff, but the revenue structure is far more different compared to like your YouTube and stuff. You check. I just need to check the video so that I can get the proper points on it. Yeah, it
Okay.
does something like what you're describing, actually,
Okay.
whereby it's based on the community, and as the more and more value the community itself generates
Yeah.
for itself, yeah, and the more valuable the points and whatever revenue structure they have in place. You see,
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
value generation is the key.
All right,
Definitely.
all right.
Value generation is the key there. But yeah, we will see. We will see. There are games that are currently in development.
Yeah,
But
I've
as
heard
I
a
said,
few.
as Ether said, the problem is this NFT nonsense that they jumped on. All of them, they just jumped on that rubbish.
Yes.
Like, yo, they just killed the whole concept. Like literally. How many people were left with hot potatoes in that nonsense NFT?
It's
Yo, bruh,
selfishness, dude.
you bought something, it was hot, hot, hot. Now everyone is like, it's hot, take it, take it, take it. And now
Yeah,
they're stuck with it, bro. Like, man, they just messed it up. Yeah, they just messed it up.
true.
They didn't have a proper strategy to implement that shit for their games
Yeah,
and stuff. Yeah.
I
They
they
just
definitely
wouldn't.
jumped on the bandwagon for the artist and stuff and thought, okay, we can just simply translate this into our gaming infrastructures and bro, they just killed it. Yo,
Ideally, I
nah,
think ideally the way I see it is that it was instant greed. Everybody saw the value of
yeah,
cryptocurrency,
right. The opportunity to grab.
and let's be honest, like this is the line that everybody uses every single time when it comes to these any kind of monetary something. I still remember years ago, EA, Ubisoft was saying that all this extra monetization is to help the developers. The developers will benefit from it.
Now it's no longer that.
No,
It's about
actually,
profit margin for the actual company.
no,
That's
actually,
why
Yeah.
they were busy acquiring like your game development houses, Ubisoft by Microsoft, all of that nonsense. It was about margin, instead of what you say. So
the thing is, actually, if I look back at it, it was never about margins in the beginning. Think about it. If you tell somebody, he's like, listen, guys, we want you to spend, let's say, I'm gonna use the phrase $60 because it's a fixed number and everybody knows $60 for all these stupid games, but $60 to buy the game, and then every single week, every week after that, it's all these expansion packs, season passes, and all that stuff.
and
Yeah, yeah,
blockers
yeah.
I hate the blockers. You've racked up a high score with that shit, but it's still locked out. You're still locked out of like the nice tools inside the game. Like what the hell?
And they tell you,
Dude.
and the thing is, they'll tell you it's for this extra money is for the
Ah,
developers. Like no, and the thing is, when you hear about all these stories, like you listen to developers, veterans in the development industry, it's like they don't get bonuses on this
nah,
stuff.
dude, they don't even get a shred of that stuff, bro,
And the thing is,
because of the
sometimes,
type of contracts they are in.
yeah,
Yes, like
it sucks.
and you know, you remember with development, bro, everything. If you are under a specific company, whatever you do is the IP of that company.
Exactly.
Literally, even if it's not related to their own, let's say work structure or like competition with their with their work or whatever service they provide. If that thing generates real world value and hits the millions, bruh, automatically like that's our IP, our devices, our this, our that. Same thing that was happening in that show. Sister, what's the name of that show again?
Which one? Hold on.
What's Pied Piper as a cryptographic or
Oh,
shrinking thing? What's it? Silicon Valley. Same
Silicon
shit
Valley.
like that.
Silicon Valley.
Yeah, Silicon Valley. Same shit like that. Anything you do is the IP of the company.
It sucks.
Worse if you didn't think of like using your own devices for anything you create, bro. Like it's the IP of the company. That's it. You can't even extract value from that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Well, all right.
Like that guy from Vodacom, the one they shy for many years.
Hey, dude.
That was just comedic genius
shit.
at its best for me. Like niggas, you all made so much money from this guy, and you couldn't even cut him a piece, nyana, Joe.
Oh, it's nyana,
Just
yeah.
nyana, Joe. Like an ongoing maybe license per annum. Okay, now
Yeah.
50 meter boy. From
I
the
remember,
billions they were
dude.
now 50 meter per year as a licensing thing for life. You said for life. Oh, dude.
No.
But let's be honest.
Amen, bro. Yo,
But let's be honest. It's
that was
everywhere.
something else.
Savages. That was something.
But let's be honest, this whole thing of companies making too much money and not giving the original creators enough money is a lot. It's been happening over the years, and we all know what happened with Dave Chappelle and his thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, and
Hey.
that's already one of
That's
the
like-
biggest examples that you can use to be like,
Of that
all
shit
these guys
happening
that
where
make
they're
money-
telling you, yo, bro, that's something else. Yo, bro, whoever experiences that, yo, I'm telling you, it's disbelief. Disbelief. They're telling you you have made 500 million, but according to the contract, you're only entitled to 50 out of 500 million.
No,
Imagine.
50%. No, actually, his contract said he is entitled to, I think, 50% of what he makes the company, but he made too much
Yeah,
money.
but they turned, yeah.
So they said, actually, we'll give you 10%, which was 50 million. And it was like, he was like,
Bruh.
not happening.
Bruh. Icon. Absolute madness, Joe. Absolute madness. But yeah, in any case, point yaga. Man, what's the name? Gemini or what's that?
Anime.
Jenny 20. Yeah,
Oh,
the point that he
shit.
raised. The point that he raised.
Yes.
Ebuti, up to the community. That can be solved by that. Yeah, that can be solved by
Yeah.
community.
Just think about it, like on the other particular games, like I think what was Sonic. I
Sonic
can't remember the
Frontiers.
year for it. Yes, that's the one. So
Mhm.
people actually wanted a game to be like that when it comes to Sonic, like unlike the other old Sonics.
Yeah,
I think-
where it's like a scroller. Mm.
Yeah, definitely. So with the Sonic Frontier, it's actually hitting a big mark with the Sonic fans because they're having more time to get like a proper free will and a free world for Sonic himself, and people are like, they just be, oh, that's just like, yo, that's something big for us, and we didn't expect that you guys can actually pull something out of your socks. So like, wow, and people are like paying big attention on the Sonic Frontiers.
There's only
Well-
one positive though. Like the big positive for this one is that the original creator, so the guy who did the comics, who wrote the story in the comics for Sonic, in the Archie comics, they
Yeah.
brought him in to actually write the world building for this one. So you'll see
Yeah.
a lot of it is really written with the labor of love, with a lot of how the story
Yeah,
is told.
proper link to the actual first games
But
that
let's
they
be
actually
honest,
released. Yeah, the real world. Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, you have to be honest about how the game is implemented and what story is told. Because any game you play, it's yeah, the gameplay is amazing and fantastic, or the gameplay can be rubbish. But tell a proper story, because everybody wants to be in. When they walk into a game, they say this game told this story. You walked out of it, and it's like the experience to get between plot A and plot B was a brilliant piece of gameplay, but the
Yeah,
story
like
was
Mass
not
Effect.
secondary. Like, everything felt like it was right there, and it felt good. Like, you finished the game, the story was good, the gameplay was good, fantastic. There's no point when you sit down and say the gameplay is fantastic. It felt like Sonic, the first Sonic from 19 wherever, and there is no story. You just go from level to level to level. I'm like, guys, anybody can play a game that goes from level to level to level. But even back in the games between the 80s and the 90s, you still had games that told decent, even if it
So
was
yeah,
minimalistic stories. Because, guys, if you say
yeah,
what's
it
the
involved character building and everything. Like you as a gamer would be attached to the actual character.
exactly?
Yes.
Hmm.
All right.
Now I get it. Yeah,
So, guys,
now I get it.
let's move on to our last topic of the day.
Hmm?
So African Croc, you dropped this one, and you said the purchasing power that consumers have and why have video games become so expensive to acquire over the years. Actually, this one's a hot topic for everybody because, man, this thing burns a hole in everybody's wallet.
like,
So,
like,
like,
bruh, bruh, example, Warzone. I'm playing it for free right now. Bruh, uzohlukana ne-2,000 or 3,000 ngegame. Nje, just that thing. Except that there's these what you call them. There's these token things that they keep on creating, custom build packages and stuff,
yeah.
and that costs you money as well. Like what the heck? What the heck?
I mean,
Bro,
what happened to the good old days whereby, I'll make an example, right? With Tekken,
yeah,
I think everybody's aware with Tekken. When you were playing Tekken 4 and Tekken 5, usually after playing a story mode or arcade mode, you are able to unlock characters
yeah,
by
certain
either
things, yeah,
playing
yeah,
by,
and their
by doing
features
certain
and stuff.
things or achieving certain coins, whatever the case may be, and you unlock characters. Now they give us Tekken 7. Now you have to freaking buy these characters online. I mean, I'm like, what? Okay,
Yeah,
wait,
Online
I
true.
just
market,
bought,
bro.
like, picture this, right? Like, imagine this, right? Imagine this. You're buying a new game. This
Yeah.
game costs you like 1.1, 1.2,
Hey,
if not
bro.
1.3. That's number one. You still have to spend money on different skins. You still have to spend money on different characters. You still have to spend money on hi Joe. Like
Bro, they're just
it's
creating
really
monetization
annoying.
strategies at every level of the game. They're trying to just pinch in a monetization for them.
Dude,
All
you
I'm
can't
saying is
unlock
piracy. That's what I'm saying.
a
Hey,
piracy.
piracy.
Get
Ah,
everything for free.
PC.
But you see,
PC.
there are people who want to actually support the game development houses. They are loyal to, let's say, Ubisoft or whatever games, the guys who are producing like Battlefield. They want to actually support that thing. But now, bruh, they want to burn a hole in your pocket, bro. Like, what the hell?
Hey, dude. And I mean,
Uh,
imagine you're looking for something. Like let's say like you're looking for a particular character, and I agree with you. As a community, when you belong to like a certain game that you've like followed for so many
yeah,
years,
but
you
ever since
become
the first
attached.
release, yeah,
Yeah, you become attached to it. But now, like now you are sitting on crossroads, asking yourself, should I or should I not buy? Because I mean, dude, you've already spent money on the
just
onset
purchasing the game
by
itself. Yeah.
by just purchasing the game. You've already spent money, and now you're expecting that the same type of framework that was done for the other games in the past, you are expecting that they're gonna follow the same framework. You go you go through like
Your high
certain
scores, your
challenges,
whatever challenges on
and
the side, yeah.
and then you unlock certain stuff within the game
Characters and
itself.
features, yeah.
Yeah, but now with this uh
Those in-game
in
purchases, hey, bro.
in-game purchases, yo, bruh, it really burns a hole in your pocket. Like, dude, like right now, as we speak, dude, I want God of War. Like, I wanna buy God of War, but it's freaking expensive. Like, I can't buy it. And imagine it makes it even worse for you when you know that you've saved up so much money to buy a particular game. Now you need to save up even more money because of
As to
the
get proper features in game. Hey, man.
Imagine,
know.
dude. So what is it
Literally.
exactly are we spending money on? Are we spending money on the game, or are we spending money so that we can be able to pump more revenue into these
Hey, the
production
margin, bro.
houses?
We're pumping up the margin, bro. You're just pumping up the margin.
Imagine, dude.
And
These
before,
guys are
like before, you could actually build your own custom gear in game. You see,
Yeah, but-
now they've taken that feature away, and then they are branding them according to other external brands, like your Messi package, or like a Messi package night where it's
like a
Messi stuff.
bundle.
Oh, what the heck's
Yeah.
up with that? In a first-person shooter, there's a Messi and a Neymar. For what? For what, bruh? For what?
Yeah.
First-person
One extra free
shooter.
money.
Sapulala, niyonesilethela abantu beenyawo. Beenyawo.
imagine. Bazoyenzani lapha? Bakhatshwa like asijulana.
First person shooter jo. Babhetha labantu laba. I mean, I'm not for it, Shem. Shem. One, I am not for it.
So actually,
No.
Nah, this
So
Yeah,
actually,
like,
on my
honest-
side, no, please go on.
Now, like honestly speaking, from my side, these in-gaming purchases, like I cannot, like from my side, I cannot. Like,
For me,
it's
they
too
are
much.
fine in your mobile games, no? There's a mobile
Mm.
because majority of them you're not buying, you are playing, and then there's in-app purchases. For your PC
Yes.
and console, you're buying the game.
But you
Yabo. Meaning, each general assumption is they've already developed everything for that game. So I'm purchasing banginikeza full package, mangibhadala. Yabo.
Thank you.
Manje, oh dude. Ay.
Yeah, sure.
Custom schemes, custom what? Like I don't mind supporting lama digital artists, ne? Nalama unique design for your in-game gear, in-game what. I don't mind, but for everything, man, it must be for everything in the game. You can't get access to specific weapons at a level whereby Dubula is stable enough. Nah, for me, no.
this is what they've ruined
I
about
refuse.
the industry. What they've
Yeah?
ruined. This is what they've ruined about the industry. What they've done is they've looked at how much money does the mobile market make. So I think
Yeah.
if I've got this right, I'll probably double check this, but if I've got this right, last year, the mobile market made more than the gaming market and every other console market. So PlayStation, Xbox, like every single market didn't make even half of what the mobile
Yeah.
market made.
And you see what they overlook there is in terms of device purchases, mobile outweighs everything. It's not everyone who buys a console. It's not everyone who's buying those PC games. But in terms of mobile, more hands have mobile devices on them. So Leonte Lebanikeza Ilonta's imagine power, basically. They're able to lower prices, but they're able to reckon the numbers. Instead of what they're trying to do, Manjekulo does. There's already a minimal people compared to the mobile industry. I'm a game. There's already a minimal people purchasing your devices, purchasing the actual games. Marabafun we part as if it's like your mobile phone or something. It doesn't work, bro.
Dude.
So okay,
It doesn't work.
so I've got the numbers here, right? So
Yeah.
last year so this is highlights in the US dollar. Last year, mobile gaming made 92.2 billion.
Pindafoot. Oh, Pindafoot. 90 what?
Mobile gaming made $92.2 billion.
And converted to a real world currency. Something like that. But yeah, nah. Yeah, it's a boy.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. We have basically had like a whole earful. This has actually been a fantastic video, guys, and we'll do this again next month. So, guys,
Next month.
yeah. So everybody who can find you guys, I'm gonna go around the room. If we want people to find you, your socials, where you at. So Hussein, where you at, man? Where can people find you?
Oh, me, I still need to set up that stuff, bro. I'm on Discord, NHM Gaming. Lapo, even on TikTok, I have a channel here, NHM Gaming. There, I just put on my like snippets for my kill shots and stuff for Warzone, and on YouTube as well. NHM Gaming, the channel itself. Yeah, and yeah, I'll send you the links to it. But yeah, I still need to set up like your Instagram, Twitter, and so forth.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. African Cock, where can people find you, man?
Oh man, people can find me on Instagram @_wadikwena. They can also find me on Twitter. They can find me on Twitter @AfricanCroc. And yeah, I think that's just about it on my side. I'm still here to dive into TikTok, but yeah, still need to dive into TikTok, but yeah, that's where people can get me on Instagram and on Twitter for now.
Alright. Ganame, man, where can people find you?
Nah.
Pinda foot.
So,
Anime.
so let me
Ganame.
Anime.
yes,
Okay, Ganame, sengibambile.
anime. So
Actually,
basically,
Yeah.
let's
so
let's have.
basically,
Sorry, man.
yes,
Let's tell people what does your name mean, because clearly people aren't getting it. They don't get it.
I know.
Ngivele ngalibona at a glance la nyama lawa doy Gemini.
No, that's the worst thing. Nah. So, so let me explain what is Ganime. It's a name that I actually came up with. So it's basically like it's an otaku name actually. Basically it's actually an otaku name. So it's games and anime. It's people who love games and anime. So if you basically combine those two, it's a bit tricky to come up with the word for it that to be solid. So I came up with a professional word for it, and I was like, okay, cool. Actually, I was like, games, anime. Wait, let me write it down for you. Write it down. I dropped it down. After dropping it down, I'm like, wait, if I remove AMGE, anime, I'm like, holy shit, anime.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense.
Dude, I was like
Makes
going
sense. Anime.
bonkers. I'm like bonkers. Okay, I'm taking this name. It's official. I'm like going on the internet, checking where's anime. I'm checking.
No one.
Like
No one.
no one. Like
No one.
bitches.
Yeah.
That's my name now.
Yeah.
Dude.
Nah, proper.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
anime is basically a person who likes games and anime. So into one anime. So as back to where you can actually find anime. So anime you can actually find them through Instagram. It's anime_120. So far the other sections it's unknown until further notice.
Okay,
Alright.
so just Instagram,
Just
YouTube,
Instagram for now. YouTube, no,
vibes.
not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. And if anybody's looking for me,
Yeah.
I'm very easy to find. You can find me at @_SamEther on Twitter. And if you guys are looking for a lot of my work, you'll find it at ButtonMashZA on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. That's where you'll find me at, because that's where I drop all my stuff, guys. So
Yeah.
if you need me, search for ButtonMashZA. That's where you find me. That's where you need me. That's where you get me. All right, guys, this has been it, man. This has been fantastic for our first press pause. Haha, I wrote it in my
Bad, not bad, not
Haha,
bad.
Response.
haha. Response.
Bad.